Broadcasting from the C lot of Joan C. Edwards Stadium, the ThunderCast is here with all the sights and sounds of game day. We are your tailgate destination. We are your fan base amplification. We are the ThunderCast, and we are live.
Welcome back to ThunderCast Live, powered by Ignite Link. It is the final game of the year. Coastal Carolina in its 75 week, and as you'll see, we're going to be wearing black today. A blackout in the stadium. I do see some people wearing the Kelly green, wearing some white, different colors, but a lot of people wearing black. KD's not here. KD's at work, so I'm here by myself, except for we're always here with Jed Horton of Ignite Link, and I'm going to bring Jed out here. Jed's going to be the co-host with me today. And Jed, football weather, we've got it.
Perfect.
Tailgate food, we've got it. You can say perfect for that, too.
Perfect. Yeah, all right.
Tailgate drinks, we got it.
Perfect.
And we're going to have ourselves a hell of a day today.
Oh, yeah, Russ. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, you couldn't ask for better weather. It's a little overcast, but we're here almost near 60 degrees. Yeah. Perfect for a sweatshirt and some jeans, and awesome day for football.
Yeah, I mean, the weather couldn't be any more perfect. I see some black clouds over that way, but again, they're over that way, so they've already gone past us. We've got a little bit of gray behind us, but I think it's going to go a little bit east of us before this game kicks off at 1 o'clock. We are going up against Coastal Carolina, the Chanticleers, and every game right now is must win if we want to finish above Georgia Southern in the standings. We need a little bit of help from them to lose, and we need to just keep doing what we're doing, and that way we will hopefully be in the conference championship game. But this must win today.
Yep, absolutely. From, like you said, here on out is a must-win scenario with a little bit of help from Georgia Southern. I like our chances today. We're going to delve into that a little bit throughout the broadcast. I'm definitely going to keep a close eye on Georgia Southern's game today.
Yeah.
Because it's down to us two in the East. So I like our chances if we can win out.
Yeah, I do too. I really feel like App State is going to take Georgia Southern. It's a rivalry game every year. They always play close every year. Maybe I'm willing it into existence, but that's kind of what I'm hanging my hat on. They're going to get another loss.
Well, and the thing about App State too is the record is not indicative of how good that team can be and has played at times, especially with their quarterback and the offensive ability that they have. I just think there's been some, I wouldn't say bad luck with them, but they're not a team to sleep on.
Yeah, the defense is the major thing that is holding back App State. We saw that here when we dropped 52 on them, and honestly could have been more.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about today's game and what we got going on. We're facing Coastal Carolina, 5-4. We're 6-3. Ethan Vasco has been their signal caller all year long, has also exited 3 games early for Noah Kim. So he's gotten into some production issues, not had as clean of a record or a start as you would hope. 1 game, 3 for 10, got the hook, brought Noah Kim in. What do you expect out of Ethan Vasco and the Chanticleers today in this seemingly up some weeks, down some weeks team?
That's a really hard. It's hard to make that assessment due to that. But I see them. Today they can play upset to us. Make sure that we can't solidify the East. Today, if I have to throw my best guess at it, I'm going to see a close fought game. But as we always see during 75 week, there's just that little extra special that tends to go our way. So,
yeah,
I see this to be. I don't see this to be a cakewalk for us today.
I don't think it'll be a cakewalk either. But speaking of walk, I'm going to have somebody walk in here right now with something that we're going to have. Miss Emily Dye has made us a very nice, very, very nice Bloody Mary. We have a Bloody Mary bar here. We have a mimosa bar here. We've got screwdrivers. We've got big homie Devin Miller going to come by on camera right here and give us a big shout. Little homie. Yeah, that's what's goody and what's really goody. So Devin actually starts a new job here day after tomorrow with the Big Green.
Can't wait. Going to be the director of the Marshall Athletic Fund, the annual fund that contributes directly to all of our athletic scholarships. So have a lot more info for everybody on Monday, and if you're a part of the Big Green, you'll be hearing from me a lot, and if you want to be a part of the Big Green, you can come talk to me. So I'm excited about that.
We are going to have Devin on soon to allow him, when he comes back, Devin is guest hosted with us, but we're going to have him on soon and let him tell you all about it and what you can do to take the Big Green to the next level through Devin's help here. Devin, I'm going to let you get over here. We got plenty to eat. We're talking about the tailgate right now, but I want you to go enjoy the tailgate, especially with this person right here.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so we got a Bloody Mary bar, as I said. We've got a mimosa bar, as I said. We've got screwdrivers over there. We've got breakfast burritos, bacon, egg, and cheese. We've got sausage and cheese kolaches. We have a French toast bar with all the different toppings that you might want, and there's some cinnamon rolls. So if you're in the area and you want to come to the best tailgate that Marshall has, look no further than the corner of 4th Avenue and 21st Street over here on the C lot across from McDonald's. And Jed, what else do I have here that Mr. Luke, who's right out of, there he is. Luke came in, he said hi real quick. Luke brought 135 tickets for us to give away. So if you're in the area and you say, man, I'd just like to go to the game, but I don't have tickets, drive on down, walk on down, whatever you got to do to come to the stadium. Kickoff's at 1 o'clock. We'll be out here till about 12:45, and we've got tickets for you. Courtesy of Luke and can I say who it was? Yeah, at Goodwill. Goodwill gave these tickets, and Luke said, I know a perfect place to get them. They'll give tickets away. So we've got them for you down here. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this game as I enjoy this Bloody Mary. Let's give an overall view of what you think is going to happen, starting out with victory or loss.
Oh, I definitely think that you're definitely going to be a victory for the Herd. I like that our quarterback situation has been settled over the last few weeks. Our offense has had some time to build upon what they've started out with earlier on in the season. We're seeing a lot more consistent production out of them. I feel like our defense is starting to step up as well.
Yeah.
And so today I think we're just going to continue that trend. I think we're going to come out. We're going to start out fast like we have in almost every single game. And I'm big on the Herd today.
Yeah, I am too. And I see us scoring a lot of points. I see the defense stepping up. I see Vasco not doing what he has done in only really 1 or 2 games this year. You start looking at the stats and you break them down, and 9 games in, 1,551 yards doesn't really seem like a lot because it's not.
Right.
We're averaging not 200 yards, and we're talking about, but they're a good passing team. Not really. They had one really good game, 300-plus yards by Vasco. Noah Kim has come in, stepped in a little bit in 1 or 2 games, but not looking as good as what everybody thought they were.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. And then what they're stepping up against is the leading sack leader in the Sun Belt. In the nation, as far as they're stacked up against that really powerful defensive line, who is going to get pressure on him at least multiple times this game, which is going to make him even more uncomfortable than he's been in other games.
That's right.
We've got our linebackers who have been stepping up in these last few games, and I just, he's going to have to have the game of his life, I feel like, to have a chance against this particular defense.
Yeah, and what happens when they double and triple team Mike Green? And that just opens up our linebackers, Jaden Yates, Landon Watson, J.C. Anderson. Beard even got in and did a little damage late in that game at Southern Miss. And what happens on the other side of that line? You got Taquez Legs. You've got Jabari Ishmael on the end. You've got all these different. Chris Thomas has made a big impact. Huge Chris Thomas, 6'7", 324 yards. 324 pounds, not yards. What happens when you double and triple team Mike Green is you open yourself up to just get flooded by this athletic, crazy, powerful defensive line, and I see them putting, like you, a lot of pressure on Vasco today.
Which is going to make it really, really difficult for him to put up a lot of yards, which he's already not really doing.
Now let's talk again about another aspect of Coastal Carolina that opens them up to taking a lot of damage, and that is their rush defense. It is porous at times. People have ran all over them at times. We just happen to be ranked 11th in the country as a rushing team. What do you see this running back room and the quarterback that can run doing today?
Well, as we've seen in almost every single game, you've had 1, 2, the quarterback as well, multiple men in the backfield who get that rock and make a big play. Last week, I believe it was the last week, Ethan Payne had a long rushing touchdown.
36-yarder.
Yep. And you've seen what Jordan Houston can do back there. Not sure on the health of A.J. Turner, but we've also seen what he can do. Even Braylon Braxton, he's definitely a threat with his legs. He's a big body, and he's going to punish you at the end of every run. So I think, going against this defense, we're going to have our opportunities, and I think we see some explosive plays today from them.
So let's do over-under, which I like to do a lot, and I like to put you on the spot a lot.
Oh, boy.
So over-under, Marshall rushing today, 225.
I'm going to go. Oh man, that's a big one. I'd have to go with the under on that one, I think.
I'm going with the over. I'm going to put us around the 240 mark that I think we get today. And if we do that, I think we'll be able to control a lot about this game, and I think we'll come out with a good victory. Over under for Mike Green, 1.5 sacks.
I'm going to go with the over on that. I've been really high on him, and he's proven that he can do that in some games. So I'm going to give him the over on that one.
I, too, go over, and I'm going to say 2 sacks today for Mr. Mike Green. All right, so, Jed, while we have been talking about this, and we talked about the tailgate, we talked a little bit about the game, we have not talked about who made this happen with the food and the drink, and I'm going to do that right now. And while I talk a little bit about that, if you wouldn't mind, check and see if we have any comments that we can answer any questions or things.
Absolutely,
like
I'll take a look.
All right, so as I'm sitting here and watching at our tailgate, we have a couple of Coastal fans that have come up. Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming in. I want to talk a little bit about this tailgate. What has made this happen every single game, and he's standing off camera and he doesn't like to be on camera, but Tom Scarberry with Landscaping by Hillcrest said, I want epic tailgates every game. They do epic when they do their landscaping. So he said, we want to do epic at the tailgates as well. So they have made this all possible for you to come down here, eat some really good food, drink, have some good fellowship with everybody before we go into the game. But Tom and Landscaping by Hillcrest, they do everything top notch, and they said, that's what we want to do. So what do? They do not come over and mow your lawn. It's not that kind of landscaping. They do, as high-end as you want for hardscapes. They do pools, they do fences, they do lighting, they do outdoor water features. They do patios and pavers that for 30, 50 years, you're not going to see grass growing up there. Everything is beautiful. I've had them do this at my house. I have been ultra thrilled with everything that they have done at my house. Also, in my regular job, I see their work everywhere. As an equipment provider, I go by their job sites, and their entire crew is just top-notch. If you are anywhere in this area, or if you say, well, I'm not sure if they're in my area, give them a call. Find out where where you want some work to be done. Go on their website, find their phone number, give them a call, and say, hey, I saw you on the ThunderCast Live, powered by Ignite Link, and I appreciate what you guys were doing for the tailgate. I would like to see if you could do this at my house. They'll come out and give you a free estimate. You're not going to be disappointed. The quality is, I can't even describe how good the quality is. Look at their photos on their website, and you'll agree with me. They are high-end, and they are the best in the tri-state area, have been for 40 years, and we are thrilled to have them here. All right, Jed, do we have anybody that's got any comments for us?
Well, we've got one comment from Andrew Hamrick. He says, do you think we can keep Braxton for another year? I think as he continues to develop, he can be a special QB.
Yeah, so good comment. By the way, Andrew, we do still have those tickets, so we got plenty of them. You had messaged, and I told you I wasn't sure, but we've got plenty. So come on down. Yeah, I think Braxton will stay here, but in this evolving climate of college football, I'm not worried about one individual player. Let's play hypothetical and say Coach Huff is not back because his contract is up in 3 more games. I think that not only Braxton, but a lot of the different players that are here may go with him wherever he went, or they may seek another school. And that's just the business of college football, and it has nothing to do with their play on the field this year. Braxton, though, I do think is in a good spot here, where he is getting an opportunity to show what he can do running the ball, throwing the ball. If Coach Huff is here, I see him back here next year.
And that does it for questions right now. So I went ahead and I will say this out loud, but I did post in the chat. If you do have questions for Russ and I, please go ahead and leave a comment, and we will answer your questions as soon as you send them.
Yep. All right, so we're going to get back. Jed's going to come and join me again. We're going to talk a little more football about this game. And we talked about Vasco. We have not talked about Bennett, their running back. If I'm remembering correctly, 6.9 yards a carry, but just not a whole lot of carries. He's capable. He's got 10 rushing touchdowns on the ground, and one, if I'm not mistaken, through the air. So 11 touchdowns so far. What do you see about what we can do to contain him, hopefully, today?
Well, I think as we haven't allowed the big plays this season like we have in the past, but there still have been several that we have allowed. I think if we continue to improve like we have been improving, limit those runs that he does get, make sure that we're good tackles, wrap around, don't do the arm tackles, swarm to the ball like we have been doing. He may get a couple yards, but I think we can have a really good day containing him today.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that we will have we'll make his work very hard today. I think if we can keep them out of the red zone, he seems to get a lot of those touchdowns in the red zone. I would like to limit that as well. Field position is a good way to curtail touchdowns. If we pin them back when we have to punt, if we have a really good punting day and all that, I think that we'll end up with a good day against their running back unit. So we've talked a little bit about their offense. We talked a little bit about their defense. Their special teams, they have a very, very good kicker. If they get into the 35, they're almost automatic. So, again, field position, don't let them get up to the 35. You don't give them an opportunity to get 3. So, overall score, over under for Marshall. I'm going to do this on our offense for you. Over under the 30 mark.
I'm going to go with over.
All right, over under 35.
Right at.
Okay. For Coastal Carolina, over under 14.
I'm going to go with over for that as well.
All right, over under 20.
Barely over.
Okay. So you're right around the 35-21 mark?
That's where we're at.
All right.
You got my score prediction.
All right. So the ThunderCast, Jed, we're liking that 38-21, 38-17, I think is what KD said, and you're liking 35-21. Guess who else likes that score? Vegas. Vegas has it right around that. If you look at the spread, you look at the over-under, it's around that 33-24 mark, somewhere around there. So almost a consensus. We're not telling you to go bet the farm, but it's looking really good that Marshall, if they come in and handle their business today, is going to come out with a victory. And then it's 2 games on the road for us to go in and look and see if we can bring home this conference championship appearance that we're wanting to do. I said taking care of business, and that's exactly what this man Jed does. Not only does he, even though he tells us this is not what I do, he hooks us up and allows us to come into your living room and bring a little bit of the tailgate with you. Jed, what do you do in your day job that you actually do that's not this?
What I do is Ignite Link is what is called a managed IT services provider. So our bread and butter is working with small and medium-sized businesses, managing your IT. So look at us as an extension of your business as your IT department. So we'll come into your organization, we'll evaluate what you have from a hardware perspective, evaluate how you perform with your business and the goals, and objectives that you have for your business, and then we put together a customized package of technology around you, so that way you can achieve your business goals and your business objectives, as well as providing that support. So everything from our consulting all the way to our hardware management, setting up your network, managing your machines, PCs, iPads, phones, whatever you may have, and then the cybersecurity piece all around that. So you have one-stop shop for your IT needs, and we're that trusted partner with you and your business that makes your business successful from a technology standpoint.
And there's all kinds of different layers there to what you do, but let's transition that into layer one, the other business. What do they do?
So we've got layer one as well, layer one solutions. Layer one is the physical side of IT networking. So we do work from small businesses all the way up to large industrial and enterprise businesses. We run low volt Cat6 cable. We can test and certify. We run fiber. We can design and plan your IT infrastructure from a physical standpoint. So if you are a manufacturer, from a healthcare provider, everything in between, we can do those services for you as well. So we've just kind of added that to our tool belt of services that we can provide for organizations.
Yeah, and Jed's been here with us since day one of doing this, and he provides all this. And I always say, Jed, if you can do this when it's quote unquote not what you do, imagine what you can do in your day job and everything. So if you have any services and you're a friend of the ThunderCast, you're a friend of Marshall Athletics, make sure you're also a friend of Ignite Link, a friend of Layer One, a friend of Jed, and patronize his business, just like we said with Landscaping by Hillcrest, because without our sponsors, this tailgate situation would not be near as slick as what we got. I mean, we're going live, for God's sakes, and we've got all the food and drink in the world. Look how many people are over here. Well, I mean, you could turn to camera 2 here in a minute when you go and show, but I mean, this is the place to be. People always say, hey, if you want to go to a good tailgate, go to the ThunderCast.
Well, you're at a good tailgate when you can look over here and see several of your Marshall former greats standing here, enjoying the food, enjoying the time together.
Brendan Knox, who's been on the ThunderCast Live, powered by Ignite Link before. He's been on a couple times. He's over here. He's talking to Devin Miller. You never know who's going to go by. We get Max Yates on here every now and then, walking by behind us. But we're constantly never know who's going to be on ThunderCast Live, powered by Ignite Link. But this is the place. We got a little bit of coastal crowd over here. They're enjoying the Bloody Marys and the mimosas and had their food and everything. So, Jed, we're going to wrap it up pretty soon. Check and see if we got any more messages that we need to talk about. But I'm going to give another plea that if you are in or around Marshall Stadium and you do not have tickets, they just took them back over there, but we've got plenty to give away. Jeb, what you got for us?
I don't have a question. Well, it's sort of a question, but it's Derek Murdoch says, looks like a nice November afternoon for football in Huntington. His question is, can I get a box of tailgate food shipped to Saskatchewan?
Saskatchewan.
Yeah. Sorry, I butchered it.
Swift Current, Saskatchewan, believe it or not. Derek's son plays baseball here. Huge friend of the podcast and mine personally. And Derek, you 100% can, but I'm not going to put any ice in there, so by the time it gets there, you might not. Now, it'll be cold when it gets to you because it's always cold up there, as I understand it. But from here to Canada, it might get a little warm. Anything else, Jed?
No, that is all we have today from the comments section.
Well, I'm going to give a shout out to Luke and Hannah that are, I think, watching down around the Topsail area. Thanks for tuning in. Really wish you could be here. I know you wanted to, and you just missed Jamie right before we went live. He left, but a lot of people that are here are also going to the Sturgill Simpson concert tonight. But if you're not doing that, we got a basketball game at 7 p.m. There's going to be a lot of people there for that. And it's just a great day to be here at a tailgate and for Marshall Athletics. Jed, why don't you join me here again, and we'll send everybody away, and then we're going to get back to tailgating and let you get back at home to what you're doing. But one more final drive. We have plenty of tickets here. We have plenty of food here. We have plenty of drinks here. If you are in the area, there's no reason not to be right over here in the C lot with the ThunderCast. Jed, any final words about today's game?
Final words, I'm just going to echo what you said. I'm really excited about the weather today. Really excited about a herd team that I think that can come out and get a big victory today. And again, if you are tailgating today, or even if you're not tailgating and you're sitting at home going, you know what, if I only had a free ticket, I would go to the Marshall game. Well, let's get in your vehicle, drive on down. Russ is he's got these tickets that he's showing, and like, you know, he's flush with cash here, you know, big rolling here. So seriously, come on down to the C lot, grab you some food, grab you some free tickets, and enjoy a beautiful November weekend watching herd football.
That's right, Jed. I'm gonna take us out of here. I don't know if you need to fade us out or whatever.
Yes, sir.
Again, thanks to Landscaping by Hillcrest, anything that you need on your outdoor situation, they can take care of it. Landscapingbyhillcrest.com. Make sure you go over there and see every single thing they do. They don't do anything half-assed. They do everything top of the line, definitely around here. You will not be sorry to check out their website and see what they can do. Thanks again to Jed. And I'm going to thank you, the fans watching at home. Without this, I'm just an idiot on a microphone. But with you, I'm an idiot on the microphone with some people listening. So with that being said, whether you see us at the Jack, whether you see us at the Vet, or whether you see us down here at the C lot with a lot of food, a lot of drink, and a lot of tailgates, a lot of tickets, no matter where you see us, we'll be saying, go herd.